welcome to my channel. My name is Venus and today I'm doing my July TBR, and of course that includes Summerween. So I'm going to start off with Summerween. If you've never heard of Summerween, it is a readathon that was created by Gabby from Gabby Reads and Olivia from Olivia Loves a Latte. I will link their channels down below, and it's where you bring a little bit of Halloween and fall into the summer. So this year they are running it through July 7th through July 13th, and I'm going to go through the prompts with you and let you know what books I've chosen to read for those prompts. So the first prompt is read a book in the dark or at night. I usually do that every day anyway because I read on my Kindle at night to help me fall asleep. So that's going to be an easy prompt. The next prompt is to read a thriller. So for the thriller prompts, I've picked All the Sinners Bleed by S.A. Cosby. I love this author. He is the author of Razorblade Tears. I read last year. It was one of my favorite books. I actually don't even know what this book is about. I just have a feeling I'm going to love it. I'm seeing so many great reviews about it so far. But let's see, the inside cover says Titus Crown is the first black sheriff in the history of, I think that's Sharon County, Virginia. In recent decades, Sharon has had only 2 murders. After years of working as an FBI agent, Titus knows better than anyone that while his hometown might seem like a land of moonshine, cornbread, and honeysuckle, secrets always fester under the surface. Then, a year to the day after Titus's election, a school teacher is killed by a former student. The student is fatally shot by Titus's deputies. Those festering secrets are now out in the open and ready to tear the town apart. And then it goes on from there. It looks like there might be some serial killer aspects of this. I can't wait to read this one. The next prompt is read a book set in the fall. So I have 2 options for this one. The first one is Trick or Treat, and this is by Richie Tankersley Cusick. This is a point horror. I think, will this be might be my first or second point horror that I've ever read. I don't know anything about this one either. It just says Martha knew there was something evil about the house she was moving into. It was so cold and creepy, and it wasn't just the house that was giving her a weird feeling. Martha was sure someone was following her, watching her every move. Then the practical jokes began, the scarecrow with the carving knife in its head, the fire, and the phone calls. Trick or treat, Martha, you're dead. It was October, but these were no Halloween tricks. Someone would be coming home this year with more than just a bag of treats, and Martha was the prize. Trick or treat. I don't know if this is like more teen, I'm not sure. And so I was Googling like books set in the fall, and this book kept coming up that I actually have that I haven't read yet, and it's A Flicker in the Dark by Stacey Willingham. This is going to be my first book by her. I've heard good things about this author. When Chloe Davis was 12, 6 teenage girls went missing in her small Louisiana town. By the end of the summer, her own father had confessed to the crimes and was put away for life, leaving Chloe and the rest of her family to grapple with the truth and try to move forward while dealing with the aftermath. Now, 20 years later, Chloe is a psychologist in Baton Rouge and getting ready for her wedding, and then it goes on from there, and that sounds pretty good, so we'll check this one out too. The next prompt is read a book with orange or black on the cover, and I'm actually gonna use this one, All Sinners Bleed, for that prompt because it has that pretty orange and black on the cover, so this one's gonna serve for 2 prompts. The last prompt is read a manga or a graphic novel. I have never read a manga book in my life, so I picked this one because I've seen it around. I think this is a horror manga, and it's called Shiver, and I'm excited. This is going to be my first manga, so we will see how this goes. I know that there's some pretty graphic pictures in here, so I love that. So that's it for Summerween. I think me and my daughter will probably make some like pumpkin treats as well. Usually they do have some kind of food prompts, but this year they don't, so I'm just going to add one myself to really get into that Summerween vibe. Also light some like fall candles. Bath and Body Works already has some fall candles out, so maybe we'll take a trip there. Go on like a search for some Code Orange things at different stores to see if they have any Halloween stuff out yet. I am very, very excited. I always love this readathon. It's always so much fun. Let's get into the rest of the books that I plan to read this month, or in July. So this one could probably also be good for the Summerween prompt as well. I just happened to pick this up in the bookstore because it looked I love the color, and I've been seeing it around. So this is actually a teen slasher, and it's called You're Not Supposed to Die Tonight by Kaylin Bayron. And what I know about this book is I think it's like some kind of camp environment where they, I don't know if it's the camp counselors or something, where they kind of like reenact slasher movies. Yeah, so I don't know. It just says at Camp Mirror Lake, terror is the name of the game, but can you survive the night? A spine-tingling camp slasher with a cast of characters you can't help but root for. This sounds so fun. I just love the the cover, and it's very short too, so it should be a quick read. So this one I've actually had from my library for quite a while, and it's called The Nightfall by Suzanne Young. This is also teen as well. I don't know, I'm going back and forth on this one. I'm gonna give it a go, I'm gonna try it, but I have not been having a good time with teen books recently, just because, I don't know, the way that some of the teenagers have been written have been kind of obnoxious. But this one is kind of like a play on Lost Boys, but the female version. Let's see, it says Theo and her brother Marco threw the biggest party of the year and got caught. Their punishment, leave Arizona to spend the summer with their grandmother in the rainy beachside town of Nightfall, Oregon. Population 846 souls. The small town is cute when it's not raining, but their grandmother is superstitious and strangely antisocial. I don't know why that's funny. Upon their arrival, she lays out one house rule: always be home before dark. But Theo and Marco are determined to make the most of their summer, and on their first day, they meet the enigmatic Minnow, these names, and her friends. Beautiful and charismatic, the girls have a magnetic pull that Theo and her brother can't resist. But Minnow and her friends are far from what they appear. And that one rule, Theo quickly realizes she should have listened to her grandmother, because after dark, something emerges in Nightfall, and it doesn't plan to let her leave. This has so much potential. I'm really hoping that I like this book. So the next book that I want to read this month is actually part of Katrina Brown's very first book club. I'm so excited. I'll post her announcement link down below. She has the best, if you like horror books and thrillers, she has the best channel. I swear I've gotten so many wonderful recommendations from her channel. I love her vibe and everything. It's so much fun. So her first book is called Queen of Teeth, and it's by Haley Piper. And her book club is going to mostly revolve around independent, like, horror books. So I love that too. Things that people aren't really talking about a lot. So that's awesome. That was one of my goals this year, is to read more independent books. So thank you, Katrina, for starting this book club. I don't know too much about it other than apparently this woman has some kind of teeth inside of her thighs. I don't know. Let me see what else this is about. Winner of the Bram Stoker Award within 48 hours, Yaya Betancourt will go from discovering teeth between her thighs to being hunted by one of the most powerful corporations in America. She assumes the vagina dentata is a side effect of a rare genetic condition caused by alpha-beta pharmaceutical decades ago, when she and several thousand others were still in the womb. But when ABP corporate goons upend her life, she realizes her secondary teeth might be evidence of a new experiment for which she's the most advanced test tube. A situation worsened when Yaya's condition sprouts horns, tentacles, and a mind of its own. On the run and transforming, Yaya may be either APB's greatest success or the deadliest failure science has ever created. I don't know what to say about that. I'm very excited to see where this book goes. This book is also available on Scribd as an audiobook, so I will probably be listening to it as an audiobook. And the last book is actually going to be a reread, and it is a readathon that Theo from Rekindled Reader is starting. I'm so excited, because I've been saying that I need to reread this book so I can continue the series. And then he announces a readathon. I'm like, are you in my brain? But it's going to be for the Faithful and the Fallen series by John Glenn. I can't wait. I loved Malice the first time I read it. My issue was I waited months to try to read the second book, and of course I completely forgot a lot of the stuff. There are a lot of characters in this book, which I don't mind. There's giants and chosen one trope. I really, really love John Gwyn's writing. This is definitely high epic fantasy, and there's a lot of like battle scenes, and it's just a great time. So I can't wait. This is going to be a reread for me. And then I think the Readathon is trying to read a book every month. I want to say, I think there's 5 books in this series. I honestly can't remember, but yeah, so I am so excited to get into this. This is going to be my fantasy read for July. That's it. I'm trying not to overwhelm myself, because I don't know if you haven't, you should watch my mid-year freak out book tag, because I mentioned that I have not created a TBR in like 2 months, I think 2 or 3 months. So I've just been grabbing stuff off my shelves, going to the library, doing whatever I kind of feel like reading in that mood, the mood reading situation. So we'll see how this goes. Everything I really do want to read, so hopefully my TBR will be accomplished. But other than that, that's all I have for you guys. It's, again, so exciting to be back. I'm so glad that I'm filming again. I did make one kind of agreement with myself that, because one of the other reasons I didn't feel like filming a lot is because I usually have to put on like a full face of makeup. Y'all, I don't wear makeup in real life. I really don't, unless I'm going out on a date with my husband. And even then, sometimes I don't. I just don't wear makeup. It's not my thing. So I always felt like I had to like put on makeup to film a video. And this time around, I'm just gonna film when I feel like it. And if I don't have makeup on, then oh well. So, but a video got shot, so I still want to talk about books, and that's why we're here. You guys probably don't even care if I have makeup on or not. Thank you, as always, for watching and spending time with me. Please comment down below, are you participating in any of these readathons? What are you excited to read this summer? Any recommendations for me? Because I also always love that. I don't think I've read a romance. If you have any summer romance books, recommend them down below for me. Other than that, have a fantastic day. Please hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see you guys again soon. See ya.